All right, let's talk about confidence. We're going to break down one of the most misunderstood ideas out there. I mean, forget everything you've heard about just thinking positive. We're about to uncover a much simpler, way more powerful way to build real confidence from the ground up. So let me just start with this question. What if our whole approach to confidence is completely backward? The self-talk, waiting to feel ready. What if that's not how it works at all? What if real confidence isn't something you find before you act, but something you actually earn on the other side of that action? And that idea leads us straight into what we can call the confidence trap. This is that frustrating loop of doing nothing that so many of us get stuck in. It's the thing that keeps us from moving forward on the stuff that actually matters to us. Does this sound familiar? You've got a goal, right? Or an idea, something you really want to do, but you hesitate. You tell yourself, oh, I'll do it when I feel ready, or maybe I just need to feel a little more confident first. We end up just waiting for this magical feeling to show up before we're willing to take even the tiniest first step. And this right here, this is the vicious cycle. First, we wait for that perfect moment. Then we think and overthink the plan. All that thinking just makes us feel unsure, which then convinces us we need even more confidence before we can start. And boom, you're right back where you started, waiting. It's the perfect recipe for staying exactly where you are. So it's time to challenge that common wisdom. Let's just dismantle this whole idea that confidence is some kind of feeling you have to have before you can do anything important. Let's look this myth right in the eye. The whole myth really starts here. We think we can talk our way into being confident. We tell our friends about our big plans, we journal about our goals, maybe we even hype ourselves up in the mirror. But in the real world, nothing actually changes. And the other side of that flawed logic is this. Waiting. Just waiting for inspiration to strike, or for the stars to align, or for that feeling of being 100% certain. But you know what? That moment, it almost never just shows up on its own. So here's the myth in a nutshell. It's this belief that confidence is the fuel you need in the tank before you can even turn the key. But what if we have it all wrong? What if confidence isn't the fuel at all? What if it's the exhaust, the byproduct of an engine that's already running? And this brings us to a whole new way of looking at it. The architecture of action. See, we're not just going to tear down the myth. We're going to replace it with a real, practical blueprint for building genuine, earned confidence. This is the moment where we flip the entire script. The myth says you have to feel it and then you can act. But the reality? It's the exact opposite. Action comes before the feeling. You literally act your way into feeling confident. The action is the cause and confidence is the effect. This is the fundamental truth. It's not about one big, heroic moment. It's about the small, consistent, sometimes even boring work that you put in day after day after day. That is where real, authentic confidence is made. So what does this action actually look like? Well, it's not about these huge, scary leaps. It's just about laying one brick at a time. It's studying when you don't feel motivated. It's practicing that skill, even when you're clumsy. It's just showing up for that workout. The key, and this is so important, is to just forget about conquering the whole mountain at once. Your only goal is to take one small, totally manageable step forward. Because that is where the magic happens. One small step, repeated every single day, it creates this unstoppable momentum. More than that, it builds a body of evidence, proof, that proves to you that you're the kind of person who shows up and does the work. And that evidence, that's the source of real, unshakable confidence. Okay, so that's the big idea. But theory is one thing, right? Let's talk about turning this powerful idea into actual practice. What's your first step right now? It really all comes down to this simple, powerful idea. Stop talking about it, stop thinking about it, stop waiting for it. The only thing that truly matters is the very next action you take. So I'm going to leave you with this one question. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. What is the absolute smallest, simplest, least scary action you can take toward that thing you want to do? Don't overthink it, don't plan it, just do it. Because at the end of the day, this is the simple truth that changes absolutely everything. You don't need to find confidence to get started. You just need to get started to find confidence. And that is the real architecture.